Hello and welcome, Reds. Thank you very much for tuning in for our late night post-match reaction show. If you are new around here, want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool related throughout the season, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the follow button if you're watching on Facebook or on Twitch as well. But I've got three very special guests: Ricky from the 1892 Reds podcast, Connor from the Cop Council, and Mickey Fries from Planet LFC. Make sure you do head over to the lads' channels and follow all them. But three goals, a very positive display from Liverpool, but the game was marred by a horrible incident, freak incident really. A lot of people will say will it be a red or not a red, but we're not going to get drawn into that. It just all we hope and pray is for Harvey Elliott for a swift recovery from that challenge or incident really. But Ricky, you've got a possible update in relation to after the match there was reports of him not being a break and being a possible strain.
Yeah, there was a few people saying that it was a dislocation more than a break. And there was two potential outcomes with it. If it was just dislocation, depending how bad the cartilage damage was, it will be 4 to 6 months. If it was a break, you're looking at 6 to 9 months. I think they're more positive it's the same injury that Gomez had at Everton in the game against Tottenham. So if that is the case and it's just a dislocation, hopefully the cartilage damage ain't too serious. And he's not out for that far too long. But he's only 18 years old, so they recover quick, didn't they, the younglings?
Yeah, spot on there. And echo what Gary said, and I think everyone will say as well in chat. Gutted for one of the brightest talents in world football. He will get all the support in the world. Liverpool will be champions again, Jack. Yeah, it's not great to see as it come, but just a quick touch on his performance prior to him getting injured. Yet again, it was his third straight appearance for Liverpool in a red shirt, but it's sad to see. But in terms of his performance, he didn't look out of place yet again, did he?
No, he didn't. And it's, as Gary said, they're one of the brightest young talents around. I think he's the brightest in world football. I think pretty much if Jurgen Klopp is choosing you ahead of Jordan Henderson in the Liverpool midfield, should tell you something by now for that. But he's just so good, isn't he, Harvey Elliott? And like you said, mate, he'll be supported no matter what. I think just before we came on, I think he's just been discharged from hospital, which is a good sign, I would say, more than a bad sign. But it's still going to be a very tough road. And look, Harvey Elliott will have years, he has his years in front of him, doesn't he? He has, 10 plus years playing, hopefully, for Liverpool. But in terms of this year, look, it looks to be, could be 2-3 months, it could be a bit longer. But what he has done and what he has shown in just the space of 3 games, it's massively important that Liverpool treat him now correctly, allow him to have a full rehab, allow him to, get back to where he was.
Because you don't want to rush him back, do you?
No, exactly. And where he is at this moment in time, he was Liverpool's 3rd/4th choice centre mid. So that should just tell you, in 18 years of age as well, he's sensational. And look, before the injury, he was up there with man of the match along with Thiago. But look, just fingers crossed it isn't, the worst news in the world, but hopefully it's a bit better than I think what all of us was expecting.
Yeah, spot on there. And welcome to everyone. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. Really does help the algorithm on social media channels as well. But it's absolute legends. Get to Mitchell's one as well, Mick, before I just asked you, matey. I'm getting the sense it's not as bad as first feared. I think that is the case, Mitchell, but I think we will find out come a bit more. We'll get a bigger picture, but I concur with that for you, mate. I really hope Harvey recovers ASAP. It's not, it isn't overly threatening. Everest, hopefully, fingers crossed, matey. Amons, hello, fellow Reds. Hello, how are we, Amons and everyone? In chat, congratulations to Liverpool. From Josh. On top of the game here, I was hoping it'll heal back up quick. Fingers crossed, Josh. Totally gutted for the lads. He's such a talent. Heartbreaking to see. Hopefully, he goes back to back in. He's back in a flash and stronger. Anyway, same here, Charlie. he was excellent today. 30 attempts, Mane needs to stop. Needs shooting practice. I think we'll discuss Mane in a little second. Mitchell anyway. Jones will come in and bring what Elliott does. Like Klopp said, he will play football without him, but he will wait for him. But Charlie, with a fantastic comment there, it's another opportunity. It's sad to see, but players rise to the occasions, don't they? Mickey, as good as Harvey has been playing, but I know Jones has been out this season due to injury and obviously off the field stuff as well. But it's an opportunity for not just Jones, but the other players in which we haven't mentioned, isn't it, Mick?
It's a massive opportunity for the other players because it was clear Harvey Elliott was first choice. He's played 3 out of the 4 consistently. He played well today. He outrun an England midfielder in Phillips, which isn't a mean feat, to be honest. So, head of that. But the person I think is going to come in and replace him in the squad is Kay Gordon. So,
that'll be an interesting shout. That makes it. Obviously, he scored that banger this week, didn't he? Off the wide area with that great diagonal. Looked like reminiscent of watching Van Dijk and Salah. But yeah, you're spot on there, Mick. And really, I'll start with you, Mick, as well. What was one of the biggest performances, and everyone in chat as well, get your comments in. What really impressed you with the Leeds performance, well, the Liverpool performance against Leeds today? For me, it was how well we dealt with the intensity. We know how Bielsa sides do like to play, but for me, Mick, it was the 2 lads, and obviously Harvey included in that as well prior to him getting injured, but how well Thiago and Fabinho coped with the press from the Leeds midfield, as you mentioned. I think Rodrigo plays in midfield as well. Calvin Phillips, his name nearly went out my head then. But what really impressed you from a Liverpool perspective, really, watching the game today, mate? And just to comment on the Liverpool's midfield, and everyone in chat as well, get your thoughts in.
So I thought we properly outmuscled them completely and utterly. They couldn't cope, and even the front 3 were outmuscling. But we basically nullified their midfield, which made them irrelevant. To be honest, to me, I personally can't. I only remember that one shot in the first 5 minutes. After that, I don't really ever, other than the Bamford chip, there was nothing that really threatened us, was there? And Thiago literally is now the Thiago we brought, and he just looked. He looked like a man, and the others looked like boys compared to him. Honestly, it was just we won it in midfield today. The front 3 were a bit off, I think. If they'd have been on form, they'd have scored 5 or 6 goals.
Yeah, would have been a cricket score, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they were a bit off. You can't complain with 1-3-0, so I'm not going to complain. But I'm just saying they were a bit off. Would have liked a few more goals. Like 3-0 away to Leeds. That's a really, really good result. And if you remember, so far, all the results we've had this season are one better than the results we had last season. You know what I mean?
Points me prizes, as I say in Dave LFC chat would say.
Exactly. It puts us in a great fun. But I think people have just written us off, and all this Ronaldo talk, whatever, Man United and Man City, whatever. I think
we're going to ban that word on this channel, mate.
Well, it doesn't matter about you can't ban words. It's going to be mentioned all the time because at the moment it's the hype, isn't it? Yeah. But you can't hide their flaws with one man, can you? Because I've seen a lot of flaws in their game yesterday. But we're going out of business, and everyone we are on joint goal difference, joint top, but still everyone's talking about the other 2.
It'll always be the case, mate, when it Con. Echo what I said to Mickey there, he's spot on. The plays a game that really impressed you, and everyone in chat as well. What took you back today that you were impressed with, especially when you are playing such an intensive side that Leeds are? I know it was like a knife through butter, really, when you do watch this Leeds side. Have they got to be careful as well this season?
Leeds have, yeah. Their midfields, I said this on Doug's channel earlier, midfields for Leeds just disappeared. And it was really surprising because you think about it, they played a 4-5-1 practically. All right, they had Harrison, and I think they had Rafinha as well a bit further up the field, but it was still a 5 midfield, and it just disintegrated. But as the minutes were ticking on, and that's the one thing that really impressed me today: the fact that Liverpool looked so dominant, and we didn't even get out of first gear. Now, I think if Liverpool did want to, crank up the gears, I think it would have been, 4, 5, 6. It could have been that anyway, but I think it definitely would have been that if it wasn't for Sadio Mane and his shooting boots not being on today. But it's the midfield as well, like how brilliant it worked with, like you said, mate. We know what Leeds were going to do. They were going to press us like they always do, counter-attacking football. And Thiago just outdid every single person that tried to have him. I thought Naby Keita would have played because it would have been that pressure on. Harvey Elliott did that superbly. Men
against boys, wasn't it? At certain times.
Well, Harvey Elliott making Leeds look younger than him, to be fair. But it's just refreshing looking at a dominant Liverpool side that we were so used to seeing 18 months ago. And just going back there, having Matip, having Virgil there, and they wasn't even tested that much today. It was just like Bamford ran past them a few times and Virgil just jogged back and went, okay, sound. But that's the Liverpool that I want to see this year. I want to see Liverpool potentially going up in the gears, but also suffocating teams and suffocating them that much into submission, then you could say.
Yeah, spot on there. It's Liverpool have got to be, I think, getting the balance right, Ricky, in it, mate. The right balance. If we can be a bit more clinical in certain games, like when that season when we won the league a couple of seasons back, we were so defensively resolute, like we've seen already this season. But Billy Joel Matip, we've got to mention him. What was your thoughts on him? I was on Doug's channel before. I said he looked like an unbalanced giraffe, but he's the walking meme of Twitter. But he's our lad. He's Joe. I love the lad. We all love him. But what a performance! I think everyone said on social media, and I think conclude with Ev as well. Concur. He's been one of Liverpool's best starters to the season this year, mate. What are your thoughts on this performance already?
I mean,
especially in today's game, mate.
I mean, just a quick one on Thiago. I mean, he's by far our best midfielder in terms of technical play. If he stays fit and we get the same Thiago that played today, we will walk through teams this season with ease. Him and Fabinho don't get beat in that midfield. Let's be honest; they're unbeaten together as a partnership. It just makes it look so easy. Like he made an English national first team selected midfielder in Calvin Phillips. He made him look like a kid.
And that's not saying that Calvin Phillips has been playing bad this season. He's probably been playing very well, hasn't he?
Like he had a good Euros. He's the World Cup qualifiers. He's played well in them games as well. But Thiago just made him look amateur. I mean, he's unbelievable. And I've seen there's a lot of people on social media, Liverpool fans, that Thiago don't get anywhere near our first 11. I'd love to know what they watch in the other midfield players that we have.
It's like he's had to remind quite a couple of us. Like the lad's quality doesn't come into question. That's why we spent the big bucks on him. He's in his prime years, as Klopp said. I think I seen in that Klopp interview on Sky today. He laughed and said, I think he was saying, players don't become bad players when they hit 30. They don't. They are the prime years of their players' careers, mate. But you're spot on there, mate, on Thiago. But your thoughts on Billy Joel?
What? Not enough words on the planet for him. I mean, he's unbelievable. If he could stay fit every week, you'd have potentially the two best centre halves in world football playing together week in, week out. As much as I can't wait to see Konate come into this team with Van Dijk. But I mean, Joel Matip's outperforming Van Dijk at the minute. Van Dijk's not fully fit, but Joel Matip, the way he just glides with that ball out of defence into midfield.
So that first goal, wasn't it?
The assist.
Yeah, the assist, innit? He stepped into that midfield like a midfielder, but he's a centre half. But he didn't look uneased, really, did he? But let's get to all your comments as well. We do appreciate the lads coming on tonight, and I am will feature them as well. Lalu, Hijack gutted for Harvey. Eamons, other players must step up. Now that's the 18-year-old is out and starts before him. Speaking of Doug, all right, La.
Hello.
How are you doing, mate?
All right, Doug.
But we get Doug's thoughts as well. Liverpool will thrive in that spine in spite of Elliott's injury. Elliott is the brightest spark in the world of football. Very much agree with that, Gary. I loved how Joel Matip strides into that midfield in possession. He's our second best centre-back, no doubt. He'd be a world class if he wasn't so injury prone. And he's spot on there, Mitchell. And I get Doug's thoughts as well on Joel. But everyone in chat as well, he would be getting raved about if he was a 60-80 million pound centre-back, wouldn't he? It's because he was a free transfer from Schalke. He doesn't tick the boxes to certain people and certain individuals that go, oh, he's a big signing, but he does the job, doesn't he? Doug, he's not an 80 million pound player, but he's playing like an 80 million pound player, isn't he? Well, a transfer fee might that be said. Yeah,
he's just terrific. Obviously the first goal today just reminded me of the wee gif from The Hobbit. It's basically someone asks where's Bilbo Baggins going. He says, I'm going on an adventure, and it was like he was going on a wee adventure with the goal today. But I think Matip has been terrific this season so far, and especially I think he's playing a lot better as well, and I think he has had a better start to the season. Excuse me, I think he's had a better start to the season than Virgil van Dijk for sure.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. Gordon has been from Willow. Gordon has been told to try and stay under the radar. They want to keep him at LFC and don't want him enticed away anyway. Very special talent. Well, I think we only just signed him, mate, so he'll have quite a big contract anyway. Charlie, very happy with them. Very happy with Mane today. Yes, need to be better in front of goal, but the absolute determination to keep trying for that goal and to get it, it really does play for the spot in the team as well. Spot on there, Charlie. And I think he cast debate, and rightly so. He's a world-class player. There's no doubt in that. And me and Ricky were doing a show, and I spoke to you as well, Doug. And it's Mickey. I'll ask you this as well before he asks the lads. He will. You got Mane on my shirt this season. Everyone in chat, let us know your thoughts on Mane. I'm hoping the penny does drop. On another day, another game, another parallel universe, Mane comes away with that game with about 7 goals. But Charlie's absolutely spot on. His determination. Obviously, you're always going to get that with Mane, but it says a lot about his character in terms of his quality as well when he didn't let the misses in which he did have within the game affect his game, and he got the goal, didn't he, Mick?
Yeah, he's a dangerous player. He's slowly but surely getting his form back, because we all know he had a bit of dip in form. But like you said, form is temporary, and he's looking like the player who's come back. Look, some of the misses, there was last gap tackles and saves and things like that. You know what I mean? It's not all his fault. He didn't actually miss him. He got the shots on target. So he's basically doing what he should have been doing. And like you said, he just never let his head get down. And you seen the passion when he scored the goal, because he really wanted that. And he really, I've never seen a player try so hard to get a goal. But his class, he's our bit of class. He's going to be with us till the end of his career. I'm 100% certain of that. And we were talking earlier about age, Mane's age. With sports science now, 30 is the new 35. You've got players in their mid-30s now still smashing it in. All over the world, not just in the UK, all over the world. Still top of the game, still the best players in the team. So with sports science, they can go on and on. But going on your point, no, Mane 100% just tried his hardest, and there was no one more determined to get a goal. There was a few times he could have passed, but he went for the goal and it hit the player and went out for a corner. But you can't complain. 3-0 win. You can't complain. They were all great today, and this is what we want to see.
Yeah, spot on there, Mickey. Do you agree? Anyone chip in if you want? It's going to be interesting, and I think hopefully penny does drop. As I said, everyone in chat as well, get to all your comments. if Mane, it wouldn't surprise me if Mane, it would be typical Mane if he scored 20 goals. He's capable of that. But I think there's no one more within this squad is the Doug, and ask Connor and Ricky about their thoughts as well. But when the penny does drop eventually, when he does get that confidence, so it's made up. We all want him to get that goal to give him a bit more confidence. There's certain games, especially last season, Doug, won there. The attitude, you're always going to get that with Mane. Great attitude. But it was great to see him get that goal. But do you reckon it'll be, like Mickey said, just get that bit of more confidence within that goal? The goal will give him a lot of confidence. Attacking players thrive off getting goals, don't you? But what are your thoughts on Mane and obviously the Jota and Salah's performance today?
Yeah, Salah was everywhere today. Obviously that first goal, he got a little bit frustrated when the ball didn't actually go to him first, and then obviously Matip played the ball out to Trent played it to Salah, and obviously the rest is history. 100 Premier League goals in 162 games. I think he's the fifth fastest in Premier League history, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Mane, he needed 10 shots to score, but hopefully that goal gives him a little bit of confidence. I said on Cop On, I said on Owen's stream, Mane will get goals. He will get goals. Hopefully this will just settle him down and get him to, have more chances, and hopefully, he does need to work on his finishing. That's for sure. But I'm pretty sure he will get more goals this season. There were a couple of times today he was very unlucky. There was one, I think it was Jota that passed the ball to him, and it was a very, very heavy pass, and he had to score there.
Yeah, even the save by Meslier as well in the Leeds goal.
Yeah,
it's not, as Mick said before, it's not like he's absolutely, apart from obviously the goal that was fizzed across the box, there was some Jota or Trent, but it was at a weird angle anyway, mate. But Ricky, your thoughts on, we've spoken about the midfield, how creative they have been as well, everyone in chat. We talked about the brilliance of Matip. Trent, Rick, thoughts on Trent's performance? I felt another great performance, and I think, as me and you and Luke were saying before, mate, on the channel, make sure you head over to the lads' channels as well, 1892 Reds podcast, and the Cop Council as well, and the Dugout Football channel. I've been watching, like every single one is at home, absolute legends for all the support on everyone's content. But your thoughts on Trent, Ricky? He will be, and by no shadow of a doubt, he's created probably the most chances already this season. He will be a star this year, and I think he will get player of the year down that right-hand side. But your thoughts on general game today? I loved his celebration to the Leeds fans.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I mean, I thought he started a little bit slowly. He was probably still a bit bamboozled while he played centre midfield for England with Southgate, the clan. I mean, Klopp said it, why would you put the best right back in world football in centre midfield? Don't make no sense. But he was getting stick from the Leeds fans when he at the start. Obviously, he could have had an earlier assist with the crossing for Jota. I think Jota didn't go that extra bit forward to put the tap in. But Trent, I mean, he could have 10 assists in every game if players could put the ball in the back of the net a lot more than what we have been in recent times. Not today, obviously, but Trent, you can tell what Trent's going to do every single time, and teams still can't stop that cross. That wonderful right foot is just it's just too good.
He's going to be he will be a generational talent, and I tell you, I'm hoping he does win a lot more trophies in a red shirt, won't he, mate? But yeah, we spoke about the midfield, spoken about Matip, Van Dijk, Alisson looking as sexy as ever. He doesn't even have to do nothing, just grows his hair and that. Just one of them, innit? Sadly not for me as well, but I do try my best from here. But yeah, we're talking about the defence, midfield, Elliott's injury, sadly. Mickey is to players out. Well, Connor, sorry. And we'll just quick thoughts on Leeds' performance. For me, as I spoke to a couple of lads before as well, do you reckon Leeds will adapt I know I was speaking to Doug on his channel with Carl. Do you reckon Leeds will adapt their philosophy, or Bielsa, or do you reckon he'll be too stubborn really in terms of his approach, and there'll be real serious question marks asked?
I said on Doug's channel, I said that I think if Leeds
Hold on, Mitchell.
Leeds are they look a midfielder short at times. And again, like I said earlier, the midfield, especially in tonight's game, disappeared when I watched them against Manchester United. It disappeared, and you look at it and go, "Oh, hi, Liz." And you look at it and you go, "Will Bielsa change it?" I think he has to, because I think many people are already speaking about the second season syndrome for Leeds. Similar to how Sheffield United went down, and it could very well happen. I don't think any of us at the start of last season thought that Sheffield would go down.
It's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, when we were watching that, all of us, you could have drove a tank through that Leeds midfield today. No,
you could have, and I don't. Personally, I don't see it happening. I don't see Leeds going down and this and that. But unless there's change, like, they are going to get slapped about, 4 or 5 goals each time, because Liverpool could have done it today. Man United did do it. Burnley, if Burnley could, attack more instead of being defence minded, they could have beat them 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I tell you, if we do wake up one weekend and Burnley have absolutely trashed the Leeds, then we know that in season.
Apocalypse.
See, on that, I personally believe Leeds are going to be okay. I think the top 6-7 sides are going to smash them like we have and like United have. And I think the rest of the league, they'll probably batter the bottom half of the teams, and that's where they'll get enough points to finish mid-table, because that Leeds side today, that is why I think this is a really good result and a really good performance. It's not an easy team to play against. They leak goals, yes, but they'll beat teams 5-2. The bottom half of the table, they'll score goals against them.
Yeah, absolutely spot on there, lads. We'll get to the lads' man of the matches, and everyone in the comment section, go get your man of the matches in and what you want to see Liverpool improve as well. Make sure you get them. I will be featuring them and reading them out as well as we go. Let's quickly get to where your comments as well. Gary mentioned about Bellingham and Watkins and the midfield, to the midfield and that's from 3. I know you're a massive fan of Watkins, Gary. Very terrific player. We've been in the Rodgers. That was a shocking impression. Sorry, everyone. But yeah, a terrific little player. We have to get Thiago in the team somehow. As he hasn't shown his best for us yet. Yeah, spot on there, Eamon. I think we spoke all of us on our pre-match build-up shows this season. I spoke to you, Eamon, as well in the comment section below. He will be massive for Liverpool. If Liverpool want any success, especially in Europe, I think we'll see the best of him. He's a classic Spaniard, and he dictates the tempo, the flow of the game. As much as keyboard warriors on Twitter love to say, you don't watch football games. You go, oh, he puts his thumbs up, but the lad doesn't need to answer me or us on the chat as well. He's a terrific player, and just look at his trophy haul when he was at Bayern Munich as well, and he's won a couple of Champions League, so it's not too bad of a player. But good day. How you doing, Liz? Great to see you in. Hey, Mickey. I can't wait.
Hey, Liz.
Yeah, I can't wait to beat Milan this week. Yeah, it'll be a terrific game. We will be doing a live stream watch along. Get the lads on for the pre-match if they're available as well. Joe Matip is outstanding. I'll fight anyone who says different. Spot on there, Liz. And as we were saying before, top of the show, if Matip was bought for 80 million, he'd be getting talked a lot more about. But it's because he's a free transfer from Bundesliga, and he sometimes is injured, but he's there was that rumour going around, lads, one there as well, and everyone in chat, that when he was getting rumoured to be leaving Liverpool, and all this, I think everyone was singing from the same hymn sheet. We were like, no, because we all know how good he is. He's not taking any of us by surprise, because like even when we won the league and those games about when we played Barcelona at Anfield, just look at that display. He was a man possessed against. He kept Messi quiet for a good part of 90 plus minutes anyway, which is not an easy feat. But yeah, all the lads at the back line agreed, Liz. Make sure to get all your. But
did you see Did you see what Jamie Redknapp said about Thiago?
Oh well, he says some stuff. Jamie, what does he say?
He said when Liverpool go on a bad run, people say that he slows the play up. He can't handle the intensity. Absolute garbage. This guy is one of the best technicians you will see in world football.
Spot on, though. I think.
Smartest thing he said all year.
Yeah, usually slates Liverpool, doesn't he? But Redknapp, even though I'm being
We just need Gary Neville to say something smart now, and Sky be redeemed.
Oh, by the way, I was so bloody fed up of Martin Tyler's commentary today. Like, it took him 2 minutes 6 seconds to talk about Ronaldo and Lukaku. Shut up.
It's standard. He's got a secret Man United top underneath that commentary gear, doesn't he? But saying that, we have it with opposition fans talking about Carragher, so we can't have it both ways. But apparently, Carragher's biased towards other teams. But sometimes when I listen to Carragher on commentary, he bashes Liverpool to no end some weekends. But you can't always please everyone, can you? But Liz, Curtis Jones can slot right in. It'd be interesting to see. I think we will see him in a couple of weeks. I know he has been out injured, Gary, but fingers crossed he does come straight in, because when some opportunities do arise, it's up to the players that, and even Naby and Ox as well. We haven't discussed Ox, but it's a massive. He needs good night's sleep. I know he's just had a kid, but if he can get back up to running his form, then it'd be very positive for Liverpool as well, Liz. Hopefully today's goal ends Mane's yips. He was a great everywhere else on the pitch. Yeah, Mane was a rock today. Mane won me 30 quid with that goal. Spot on there, Charlie. You can pay for that takeaway if you want that. Don't ever spend that on treat yourself anyway, mate. Have a good but yeah, have a good weekend on that. Whatever you do, whether you get a Domino's, go for a couple of bevies and that. But keep safe, mate. Charlie is like that. How many goals does Mane need to hit? I think, is it one more panel?
3.
Is it 3?
3.
Oh,
3.
Yeah, he's currently on 97 goals.
Oh, is he really?
Oh, I think that's playing in the back of his mind. It must be. He must see the records and like behind the goal or something. He's like,
yeah, he's made 233 Premier League appearances and he has 97 goals.
Is that Premier League?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I think they said that he's hit 99 Liverpool goals, all in all competitions.
He's scored over 100 in the Premier League.
Yeah,
he's on 99 Liverpool goals. He scored a hat trick against us, so that takes him over 100.
Not according to the Premier League website. It says he's on 97.
Because even Martin Tyler said he's hit 99 Liverpool goals.
Yeah, everyone get on your laptops and
Get
all
Wikipedia.
That. Get official. Oh, don't go on that. Especially if you've gone to uni, don't go on Wikipedia. Where is it? Because the IMDb, if you haven't seen it, good a bit of entertainment for you Saturday night after night. Go onto Wikipedia. Everyone load up IMDb now or after the stream, and just look at Arsenal's documentary description. Fantastic. I'm not going to spoil it, but just go and check it out. But yeah, spot on there, Charlie. Yeah, we've waxing lyrical Liverpool's defensive performance. Most of Leeds' attack went down Robbo's side from what I saw. Spot on there, yeah. It's great. Can I say these pundits need to be put respect on Trent's name? He will be at the end of his career. He would have won, and he will win a lot of trophies coming the end of it. But imagine if you told Cafu and the likes of Dani Alves to defend in their system. Imagine that you don't tell players that ability to defend.
I don't know where people get this thing that Trent can't defend.
It's imagine telling Trent to defend in a system.
It's just
where,
a lazy argument. Yeah, it's a lazy argument.
Yeah. Listen, we've got to get sometimes. You've got to get, when a team does a fantastic move against us. Why is it Trent's fault? Yeah. Remember, we're playing in the Premier League against the best attackers in the world. They're gonna find space in front of any defence and score goals. It's an absolute crap argument that he can't defend. If he can't defend, why are we on the most clean sheets?
Yeah,
it just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And like I said, I agree with Klopp. He is the best right back in the world by a country mile. to me now, it's about whether he can be the best right back of all time, and he's on his way to doing that.
Yeah, I just hope Liverpool just win as many trophies as possible, and then he will establish himself as one of England's, especially England's greatest ever right backs. Could have nearly had 2 European Cups back to back, but
Mate, there's an anti-bias. There's an
yeah.
anti-Liverpool
Yeah.
bias in England, mate. There's an anti-Liverpool bias.
yeah,
If we had the best English striker, the best English midfield, and the best English defender, they wouldn't play for England. I'm telling you, they'd be on the bench.
yeah,
Because
no,
there's an
yeah.
absolute bullcrap, mate. There's an English thing against Liverpool. There always has been. There always will be. Robbie Fowler was the best striker for 5 years. Never got an England cap.
Just look at Salah, boys, innit? Just look at Salah, Ricky, innit? Like, if Salah played for Man United, they'd be all over Sky, wouldn't they?
Well, I mean, if Salah was called Cristiano Ronaldo, Martin Tyler would talk about him every 2 minutes. I mean, like I said earlier, Ronaldo coming to this Premier League now is only going to up Salah's game. Salah loves competition. Salah wants to be the best. So it's only going to drive him on, and hopefully we win the league while Cristiano Ronaldo sits in the top 4.
Yeah, spot on there. Willow, Leeds fight for everything. They'll be they're a great side. Just need to sort their midfield, and they'll be finishing 8th in my opinion. Very interesting, that Willow. I think I had my Leeds is going down. I know I spoke to Carl and Doug and Con before on their channels, but I just can't. It's there probably
Jack,
will be a lot
the
more.
small teams.
Jack,
they'll batter the small teams. They will batter, and I mean when I say batter, they'll score 4 or 5 goals against the bottom teams.
But you can't keep on defending like that though, Mickey.
Yeah, but it's only it's only the big 6 they come unstuck against. And listen, all the bottom teams come unstuck against the big 6. The problem with Leeds is Bielsa won't change the game because he knows over the course of a season he'll get more points doing what he's doing now than he will if Leeds do defensive whatever. They'll lose more games against the smaller clubs.
Yeah, that's spot on there, La. I think it's when you look at it, even like Burnley frustrate the hell out of us, but they never get relegated. It's like, especially if Arsenal go on a run as well. I think we were all over when they got relegated, but you've got to be very concerned. But yeah,
they're still in the relegation battle, and let me tell you, that was a massive 3 points for Arsenal yesterday. A massive 3 points against a relegation threatened side.
Yeah, absolutely spot on there. Everyone, get your man of the matches on before we do ask the lads. I know Connor's doing a show at 10, so tune into his channel as well. But we really do appreciate the lads taking time out. And most importantly, use at home, absolute legends for all the continued support, not just on mine, but on everyone's channel. And away win at Leeds is always a great result. Never easy, spot on there, Raymond. Charlie Matip, Elliott, man of the match for me, from back to front. These were my standouts, but overall, with a clean sheet, Jota, got to be Joel. Yeah, spot on there, Charlie. Good shout, Willow. Although Mane had more shots on goal. We had like 30 odd shots today, didn't we? That's how great we did perform. But I tell you, it literally could have been about 10 plus goals today. If all, not just Mane, but everyone. I know we had a large percentage of the shots, but spot on there. Enjoying the show, lads. Hope Harvey 67 is okay. Don't feel like. Cheers for tuning in, mate. Obviously, if you haven't missed this show, you can rewind it anyway and catch up on everyone's thoughts, and most of all, get your thoughts in as well. But great win, Reds, lads, keep it up. Love you all. Dawn, spot on. Thank you very much for the comments. Everyone, have a lovely weekend. Well, we'll get to everyone's. Make sure you do get your man of the match shouts out before we do shoot off. Not going just yet. Evening, all you LFC legends, up to dead men. Tom, I hope you finished your fence. I know you were doing your fence in the back garden last time I spoke to you in the comment section below. I'm pretty sure you finished that. Probably finished that within like 24 hours. But thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Doug and Connor, how can you look formal? How can you look forlorn? We freaking won today. I think it's just doing all the content for everyone's show, Liz. All of us. You look absolutely super.
Brain overload.
Yeah, it's probably it. That's why having a conversation with me. Those two, yeah. But yeah, right, Ricky. We'll get to your man of the match, and everyone at home drop in your man of the matches, or what? We'll allow a second. So we'll go one. Do your man of the matches from your first man of the match, and then second and third players. But Ricky, we'll start with you, mate. If you pick your 1 to 3 players that stood out in today's performance.
I'm I will go Fabinho man of the match. I mean, the best DM in world football. Just makes it look so easy. Made Van Dijk and Matip not have to get tested that much today. I mean, just unbelievable. He scored as well. Number 2, I'm going to go with Thiago. Again, he scored the Leeds midfield with Fabinho. Again, makes it look so easy. And again, assist. And number 3, I will go Salah. I mean, Salah just looks on one. Scored another goal. And just had that Firpo at left back on toast. I mean, the guy didn't know what hit him, did he, for 90 minutes? I mean...
Looks like another Alberto Moreno to me.
Yeah, he wasn't even that quick enough to take Salah out.
No one's that bad.
Yeah, no, spot on there, Ricky La. It'd be interesting to see how he does adapt. I suppose you don't get playing for Barca if you're not too bad of a player, but it's just massive difference. I think he shit himself when he come into the Premier League. He went, whoa, like teams actually come at you and actually get at you instead of La Liga. But yeah, spot on there, Rick. Make sure you do get your man of the matches in, everyone. Mickey, your 1 to 3, obviously 1 being your man of the match.
Right, okay. Before I shout the 1 to 3, I want to shout out to the Leeds crowd. I thought they were amazing today. I thought the atmosphere there was buzzing, and the class when Harvey went off, the whole ground you could see was up clapping. There was no boos. There was no. They clapped him off. So they're going to go down as my 3rd man of the match. Yeah. Simply because I thought they were a class crowd, and they're very similar to us, very passionate. So not as good as us, but they're near enough. So, and some teams are going to go there and find that crowd intimidating. So my man of the match by a country mile, Thiago, ran the show, mate. Absolutely ran the show, destroyed the opposition. Best player on the pitch by a country mile, including all our players. And then my second one is going to be Trent, because I thought he was absolutely immense. He was. Every time I seen him, he was popping up in midfield. Them yellow boots, mate, make him glow. You know what I mean? It's just...
Could do with them if you go out in the air.
Yeah.
Not like in the 70s or 80s. Imagine if we walked around and we couldn't pull it off, those boots, could we?
I'm going to get a pair of yellow trainers now just to try and pull it off, Jack. Next time we come to Liverpool, you'll see me in yellow threads, man. See if I can pull it off. You know what I mean?
That's exclusive content for the... certain websites, yellow boots.
It's only a matter of time. Some of these free kicks we're getting, he's going to get some of them inside. He's going to score. I think he's going to score 5 to 10 goals this season from free kicks or from running into the box. So he was everywhere, mate. So, and like I said, the 3rd one was the Leeds crowd. I'm not going to put another one in. The rest of the team, the rest of the Liverpool squad played great, to be honest. But I'm going to shout out the Leeds crowd because I thought they were good, and especially when Harvey went off. Honestly, sometimes you have to applaud the 12th man.
Yeah, spot on there, Mick. Tom's going, well done, Jack La. Spot on. No, you would have done a good job anyway. We have to give Harvey Elliott man of the match, and then Salah and Trent. Doug, just before we do shoot off, your 1 to 3, your personal man of the match.
Mata man of the match, Thiago and Salah.
Yeah, so, I love it. Quick and precise. Unlike me, when you all ask me my questions, just straight to the point. Connor, your 1 to 3.
Man of the match, Naby Keita. I thought his substitution was fantastic. No, I'm kidding.
Connor, your love for that man goes beyond belief.
I had to do it. No, Thiago for me. Number 1. Thought he was superb, absolute brilliant. Total run the show, and can't wait to see what he does more this season. Fabinho, like Ricky said, best DM in world football. Not only is he a solid brick you can't get past, he can pass, he can cross, he can shoot, he can score goals, and that's so yeah, it is fantastic. And then
he needs a song.
Needs a song. And then 3rd for me, Harvey Elliott, mate. I thought he was brilliant. I've given it all to midfielders. I've just realised that. But to be fair, that midfield today was class. But yeah, sorry for what happened to Harvey. But before then, he was fantastic in my opinion, and was up there for the shout.
Yeah, he'll be back stronger, won't he, boys? And everyone in chat, he will be back stronger. And it's all about it's how he develops as a player. Obviously, on the pitch, you want to develop very well, which he has already been doing, but it's all about psychologically as a young player as well. He's only 18. Remember when we were all 18? It's about him recuperating. He'll learn a lot from this process. It's not great that it's happened, but he will learn quite a lot from him personally as well. He's got Gomez, Van Dijk, he's got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby as well. He's got players around him that have been through this process, and Henderson as well. He's got the right people around him. Most importantly, he's got Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool fans to get him through this period. But yeah, Eamon's gone with Salah and Fabinho, my shared man of the match. Such a shame on Harvey Elliott, Dave. It is, mate. But he will be back stronger, won't he? Fab, Liz has gone with man of the match. Absolutely Dyson midfield. But yeah, been an absolute pleasure, lads. Make sure you do head over to the 1892 Reds podcast from Ricky, Mickey from Planet LFC, Douglas, Doug. It's like I'm telling you off, Douglas.
You don't call me Douglas very often.
I felt weird. I've never called you. That's like the first time. If Doug's so sort of naughty, he's never done that. But yeah, sorry that. That felt weird saying that. So I say, Doug will be shouting my full name, this week. I was like, oh no. But yeah, Doug from the Dugout Football Channel.
Nah, to be fair, whenever I'm in Rebecca's bad books, she's like Douglas James Horn.
Yeah. That's it, yeah. When you get given the full name, but yeah, make sure you do head over to Doug's channel as well. And Connor from the Cop Council. Connor will be live at 10 in 5 minutes, so head over, give him all the support you can as well. Absolute legends. Connor, Ricky, Mickey, Doug, nearly round then. Everyone in chat as well. Liz, Eamons, Tom, the Anfield Lark, Charlie as well, Gary, absolute legend, Willow, where's Willow as well, Lalu, obviously Rory, Statman Rory, absolute legend. We'll be trying to get Rory on if he would like to come on, because he's one of the best people I know with his statistics and the way in which he breaks down a game. Absolute pleasure to watch him as well. Do his stuff on social media, on Twitter. Everest, absolute legends. And if you are watching this on the replay, whatever channel you're watching, that Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, drop us a follow and drop all the lads' content as well a follow. And Reds, you'll never walk alone. And thank you very much, everyone at home, for getting involved, and most importantly, the 4 guests in which we have had on tonight. Right, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Saturday, put your feet up, and we can relax now. And hopefully, do you ever get beat? See you later, boys. We can only hope. See you later, Reds. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.